This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul. Good vibes only, I'm in control. Turn the music up, let the rhythm roll. I move my body, I'm alive, I glow. Unstoppable, dancing through the fire. Every step higher, taking me higher. Smile so big, can't hold it in. Good vibes, good life, let's begin. Every scar made me wiser. Every tear lit the fire. I don't fear what's ahead.
And I am live, everybody. Happy, amazing Monday, rainy Monday here in California, here in our place, San Francisco. Yes, it is raining. It started last weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's gonna be mostly raining the entire week. But I'm so grateful, guys, that it is my 3-day weekend, and back to work again tomorrow. So before I even start, I just really want to take a moment of gratitude to say thank you, thank you, thank you, guys, from the bottom of my heart for all your support, for your engagement, for for being here with me, for supporting me on my go live, on my postings as well, whether you are watching this live or you're watching this as a replay. So thank you so, so much. Because I'm about to share is not just about my business, but it's also about identity. It's about courage and it's about choosing a different future. And I really want to speak to the woman who feels capable, but knows that she's meant for more. So I always bring my book in here, How to Become the Woman Who Receives. I always bring the picture over here. If that's you, stay with me. So because tonight is not all about selling anything. I'm sharing why I aligned myself with a business model that changed how I think, how I move, and how I build. Yeah, so I'm gonna be sharing you guys my back story because tonight's topic is really all about introducing my business, right? Business idea, the story behind why I chose this business, right? So the moment I realized that, like, you know what, I'm just gonna share it with my Go Live tonight, since this is my day 8 of doing this 90 days Goran Success Challenge that I just started. And of course, this is going to be my 4th year of doing this. This is the blueprint that I created way back on 2023. And now it's nice to do this with my newest business partners as well. Yeah. So again, there was a season in my life where everything looked fine. And that was way back 6 years ago, right? I had a stable job in banking, right? I was showing up every single day. I was being responsible leader. I was being a good employee, the good mom, and the strong mom, right? The strong one. But inside, I felt limited. And I felt really, really limited. I haven't really studied personal development back then yet, so I have no idea. I remember sitting in my car during my lunch break, windows slightly, cracked, engine engine off, and just silence, right? That became my little escape. That became my little getaway. That was my mindfulness time, my breathing time, also in my what do I actually want moment, right? And I really remember asking myself, is this really something that I really want to do? Or maybe there's something more than that? Is this the only way? Just to come here and work, grind myself, pay bills, repeat, go home, sleep, right? And come back on the next day, working 6 days a week. Sometimes I work 8 to 10 hours every single day. Because for me, my mentality as a leader is I want to be the first person to be at work and the last person to leave work. And I really want to make it sure that my team is really well taken care of, and I never ever let anyone put down my team, especially for my tellers and for my bankers. And there's so many clients that just come at the bank because I was a manager. I started as assistant manager in this company and become a manager, and they're screaming at you. And every time there's one person who scream on my teller because of something that they made a boo-boo, and they made a mistake, and then they come at the bank and start screaming at you or start screaming at my tellers. That's something that really boils my blood on, because I never let anyone, you know, um, embarrass or scold my teller. So I am the person who really take my clients and bring them into my office and really listen. And I know the frustration is there, but it's not good for you to really scream uh, the tellers in front of everybody. They are the face of the bank, and it's not good. It's not good for someone to come there and really blame you like it's not our fault. It's not our fault. We work in a company, and then I know we are the face of the company, but it's not good for someone just kind of sort of blame you, right, of something that you made a mistake behind the scene and hasn't been fixed over the phone, and they come at the bank and really scream with my bankers and my tellers as well. Yeah. So yeah, and I felt in, and that kind of moment, right? My getaway during my lunch break is just to go in my car, just sit down over there and not doing anything, because I really want to get away from everybody. Just this is my lunchtime. This is my alone time. And then there was a moment really that really thought about it. That is this the only way, just to come to work, missing my baby girl's milestone, just pay bills, go home, wake up in the morning and repeat, right? And wait for retirement, you know? And I felt something in my chest back then, not frustrations, it's not anger, but an opportunity, a potential. Like there has been to be another way to build an income that doesn't really depend on me clocking in physically, forever, right? Have you ever felt that? And let me pause here. And that was the moment. That was really the moment of realization. And I got pregnant. And I get pregnant, and that was my getaway. I got pregnant to a beautiful son, and I was on maternity leave during that time. And 1 month prior to returning back to the office, pandemic hit. And I heard that there's a lot of people getting laid off. I have a coworker getting laid off too. And knowing that I have only 1 month to go back, and all daycares are closed, schools are closed, and my little girl is going to school. I'm holding my 4-month-old son back then, like, oh my gosh, like, this is it. How can I go back to the office and nobody's going to take good care of my babies? But I didn't know that was actually an amazing thing that happened in my life. I asked God if He can only help me find a job that I can do at home so I can take good care of my little ones. Since no daycare schools, I have to really homeschool my little girl. My parents are here, but they are living like 45 minutes away from us. And my dad has a pre-existing condition, so I didn't even had a chance to really um, go visit. And my mom would love to help me taking care of my kids back then, but he needs to take good care of my dad as well. And of course, 6 feet distance before, you're not allowed, especially for my dad, right? I don't want to be the reason that he gets, because he's dealing with something already. So yeah, so the only way for me to communicate with my loved ones is through uh, internet, through social media. And then I was really, at night, I'm almost awake at night because, of course, I'm breastfeeding with my 4-month old son. And there was a thought that really came in my mind that, oh my gosh, will be nice to really find a job that I can do at home, you know, and that really makes me feel so anxious too, knowing that I'm going back to the office. And little did I know that I, you know, that I found an ad on social media. A nurse, a registered nurse here in just like probably 45 minutes away from us. It's a side hustle business. And for me, I questioned myself, like, is this too good to be true? But I was holding my son and I was like looking at my phone, like, maybe I can check this one. And then I remember the time when I pray, right? I'm praying for a side hustle. I mean, no, a work. I mean, a work that I can do at home. But it's not actually a work that showed up in front of me. It's actually a business. I wasn't looking for a business. I was actually looking for a job that I can do at home, right? Since I'm still in maternity leave of absence and I really want to make it sure that I have something to do at home. And then all of a sudden, after all of a sudden 1 month before going back to the office, like I think probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks, my boss called me. She said that you're not coming back to the office, just stand by, you know. And then like, oh wow, like, and then nothing changed. I'm still earning, I'm still getting, because they know that I am coming back. But like, just stay where you are. You're not allowed to go back to the office. Oh, just stand by. So I just waited. After 4 months, and like the good news is I'm getting paid, not doing anything, right? Because they are still processing. They said that like we're gonna send you a computer so you will be able to work from home. And that was a double blessing for me. So sometimes when you pray with intention, you know, I ask God for a job that I can do at home, but it's not a job that show up in front of me, but it's actually a business. A business found me after 4 months. I accepted I accepted a promotion to do a detective work from home. Right? So like, oh my gosh, like it's just like, wow, like I didn't lose my job. I I got promoted to do a detective work, and I accepted. And of course, for me, like I have no idea about what detective does, because I was a bank manager, and like they said, we provide training online. So like, okay, so be it. So they send me all these computers and laptops, and I was able to put it all together. So I am working while taking care of my kids, and I'm still on training, right? And then holding my 4-month old son. And I managed to do it. And at night, and I do my training in the business until 2 o'clock in the morning. So people really don't see what is happening behind the scene. They think that this is just an easy business. You just post, you just do this, you just do that. But there's so many things happening behind the scene. I accepted a promotion, right? I am on training. And at the same time, I started the business that I have no idea how to do it. And I am also in training until 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm awake probably. I only have 4 hours of sleep because I had to help my little girl. Little girl, because of course she had to talk to her teacher, and then the teacher, it's like FaceTime, and then I'm helping my little girl to do her assignment while the teacher is there in front of me, because it's so new. It's very, very new when the pandemic hit. Want to make it sure that I am present in there, and I'm holding my son too. So it's just like, oh, the sleepless nights, oh, the waking time hours that I had to take good care of him. And then at the same time, I have to wake up in the morning to feed my little girl. and for her to attend her school online too. So those are the sacrifices, those are the sacrifices that I experienced way back, more than 5 years ago, because my goodness, I'm turning 6 years in the business this coming March. See, so 6 years, and I'm still doing this side hustle business, this online business. And I'm so proud that I was able uh, to still continue despite of the new job that I had back then. But again, it really reminds me like, oh my God, I asked for this. I prayed, and there's some moments that I really want to give up on this, honestly, because I cannot really combine two trainings at the same time, and taking care of my newborn son and taking care of my little girl doing FaceTime at school. So it's like four different things at the same time. And I had my husband come home with his nephew, right? And I had to cook dinner as well. And there's so many things happening, and the only way for me to do my training is want to make it sure that at least um spend an hour or 2 hours. And sometimes, like, literally, if my son doesn't when my son sleep, because he cannot sleep when if I put him down by himself, I had to carry him, I had to be beside him. And when he's hungry, do my breastfeeding, right, I had to get up, open my laptop, and I'm doing that early in the morning until 2 o'clock. And sometimes I'm still holding him. Yeah, he doesn't want me to put him down. If I put him down, he just cry and cry and cry. So there's so many sleepless nights. Yeah, so again, those are the sacrifices that I did, you know. But guys, the first time I saw this model on the business, I didn't jump because I'm not impulsive, right? I was very analytical, and then also working full time then. But what I did, I study, I calculate the risk, I observe the patterns, and what really stood out to me was this: I wasn't I wasn't something in that training that I had back then is I am not there to sell. I am not there to convince people, and I am not there to chase. And that's something that that really stood up for me back then. This is a system based business, and that word really changed everything for me. The system, right? Because the proven system that they have been using really works, whether you feel emotional or not. System work whether you're tired or not. The system work when you follow them consistently, and the system work even though you are tired, you're sleeping as well, right? That really felt safe for me, and that's the reason why I'm so eager to finish my training, so I let the system do the work for me while I am busy taking care of my kids, and also do my training on my detective job, right? That felt safe for me, and that felt structured for me. So, what this business actually is, let me explain this in a simple way. So, basically, this is a digital business, right? This is a digital business aligned with a structured system. Yes, there is a product and service behind it, but we do not sell it. I don't really carry the inventory. I don't message people begging them to buy. You know, that's the reason why I started this business, because I don't want to chase people at all. I don't host products parties. You know, I don't convince my friends and my family. Instead, I run digital ads. I post on my social media. People watch a webinar, they learn the full explanation, and if they align, they plug into to the same system that I started. That's it. My job is to do the marketing. Just like the only way to market myself is to just post on social media and inspire, right, my potential clients. And also I do education as well, right behind the scene. I follow up, for of course, follow up if someone interested about the business. You don't follow up, of course I follow up with them if they have questions, right? If they have questions, if they want to FaceTime with me, Zoom with me, either way, to talk to me over the phone, if they have questions, that's how I follow up. And of course, if you're in a leadership role, right, I also uh, teach my mentees, my business partners also, to really gain more knowledge about the business and being able to help them grow. So that's basically what I do, and leverage that also in my business page. The business is real, it's legitimate. In fact, I actually just finished putting all together my taxes. And I'm glad that my accountant called me today that we were able to schedule my taxes, and like uh, it's just like um it's just like really exciting. It is an exciting season for me during the taxes. Mostly the people who owns the business, like they're kind of like really scared about it because maybe you end up paying. But for me, if you are working full time, you have W-2, you have 1099, you don't have to worry about it because most of the things that I am doing online are tax write off. It's related to the digital marketing that I have been doing. Yeah. So there's not selling, and that really distinctions matters, right? So one thing that really changed me, the emotional shift, right? Why this business changed me is this. My goodness, there's so many things. This business didn't change my income potential. It also changed my identity. Before this, I thought I need to work harder. That's the thought. Now changes the way I think. I right now I am working smarter and calmer, right? Before I was trading time for money. Now I'm building leverage. I'm creating impact. In fact, I am feeding 100 families in Kilifi, Kenya because of this business, right? And then before I was reacting, and now I am responding, right? I move with intention. And I realized something really powerful, that this business wasn't just about money, it was about becoming the woman who receives. And that is in my book. That's the title of my book, How to Become the Woman Who Receives. And I like to implement that because there's so many things that had happened to me, that I face adversities, challenges, and that knowing the patterns that really is stopping me to grow, and and putting all those things together, that's how that's that I've learned so much about myself to become a woman who receives opportunity, right? Receives overflow, receives growth without hustle energy, right? And why this matters for me as a working mom. Well, as a working parent, a mom, you carry so much silently, you know. You wake up early. I wake up at 3:33 in the morning. Yeah. Do my meditations and lead a morning routine. And that's another big thing that happened to me also last year, is to really share what my mentors teach me and really share that to my business partners. And I truly believe that having a morning routine really creates an impact into their life. They don't really see it in the beginning, but as the time goes by, they then realize, like, wow, having a morning routine is your power hour. That's your power hour, and that becomes a ripple effect on your day as well. Then after that, I prepare lunches for my kids. I work full days. I came home tired, but tired. Yes, but once you love your job and you love your business, you will never get tired. And then of course I work on my business, spend time with my kids. Um once they're done eating, and I have to take good care of my little girl to do her homework, and I still show up consistently. There's no excuses. And sometimes I wonder, will this ever felt feel lighter. Well, the thing is, I didn't want to miss moments. I didn't want my children to only see the exhaustion. I didn't want them to think survival was the goal. I want them to see the vision that I am creating become a mother, that ownership, that expansion, right? That's why this business become my quiet way of, yeah, this business become my quiet way of building something bigger, that legacy, without even sacrificing my present, right? Yeah, so it's really real. Now let me be real. This is not really magic. It requires really investment, learning, patience, what else? Emotional maturity, then follow up. There is one time refundable access to the training, right? So for those of you who are just really curious like about the business, my business, right? See it for yourself. You know, Inside you see the full system, the compensation structure, and how everything works. Even though I'm telling you guys that I did my due diligence being a detective, I still want you to do your due diligence. Don't trust my word. Okay, I want you to do your due diligence as well. Yeah. You don't decide emotionally, just you watch. You learn, you think, then you choose. If this is something that aligned towards your goal. And if this is the one, congratulations. You're in, right? You gotta be fully all in. That's how adults build, right? We have the ability to choose what's good for our family, what's good for you too. Once you make a decision that this is the chance for you to grow, then you have to go all in, no turning back, right? And then yeah, so I just really want to talk more about the follow up. Why I love doing my follow up, because even though I'm connecting with cold market through my advertising, through my ads, right? It's always nice to follow up, because the follow up is the fortune. That's leadership teaching. That's something that I've learned from my mentor. Leadership teaching. Just like when you're talking with your family, right? Like, how is it? Like my little girl, too. How was your assignment? I always keep following up. Even though in a business, I follow up. Even at work, I follow up just to make it sure that they're doing their job as well. Yeah. So so, you know, because the fortune is in the follow up. Most people don't fail because the system doesn't work. They fail because they disappear. They don't follow up. They don't build relationship. They get uncomfortable. Hello, you are using an online space, to build a business. And it's not only a one time thing for you to connect with that person. It's you have to this ongoing process, because it's not like that person trusts you already, right? You have to talk, to connect, right, with them. But again, success is an emotional stamina. That's why I always say that I don't chase, but I follow up intentionally. I want my potential client know what's best, or the benefits of this business, the potentiality of this business that can do for them in the future. Because again, clarity requires conversation, right? So who is this for? This is for you if you are patient, if you are coachable, if you want long-term wealth. I'm not looking for a short term here. I want a long-term wealth. This is a long-term family business that you can build and share it with generation to generation to generation, because again, you can pass this as a legacy to your family, right? And then you have to really commit 2 to 3 hours every single day if you are really interested in this business. I'm not really looking for someone who just check it out and no, I am very, very specific to people that I really want to work with. I want a serious person that I can mentor, that I can help to become successful, because I really want you to become successful, you know And then yeah, and really understand the process. Yeah, you have to commit 2 to 3 hours every single day to work on your business, and you have to understand duplication as well. So once I help you, you help others as well. That's how it is. That should be something that we need to do, right? Just like the monks does, like love, kindness, and compassion and peace, right? And once you show love, kindness, compassion, and peace, and then you duplicate that to other people. If I am success, I want you to be successful. And if you want to help someone, your goal is to make this someone successful. If I want to help one person, you have to also help one person at a time. Okay. And again, this is not for someone looking for overnight results. I don't build a business with urgency. I build with certainty, right? Yeah, so just to close this right live, since it's already 30 minutes, uh imagine waking up calmer in the morning. Like you're not stressed out about money, knowing you're building something is scalable, and knowing your effort compounds. And imagine your children watching you grow, not hustling, but leading. And that is why I chose this. Not because it was easy, but because I was aligned. What is aligned? I was aligned into the vision, into the mission that I really want to do in my life, to create more impact, not only on myself, but also the people that I want to help with, you know. And then, yeah, so if this really resonates, you guys, if something inside you feels curious, right? Just take a moment. Just take a moment of of mindfulness, right? Just really think about it. Is this something that really resonates to something that I really want to manifest 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Is this business is something that I can see that I can help many people aside myself, in the people that I want to share with, right? So yeah, so again, if this is you, for those of you who really inquired in the business, just check the webinar, watch the replay, or you connect with me privately, then we talk. There's no pressure, there's no convincing, just clarity. I would love to answer all your questions, because I truly believe that right person will feel it, and that is you. And I'm here. Yeah, so that's it for me, everybody, tonight. Thank you so much. And again, trust your gut feeling, because your gut feeling is leading you. It's not a gut feeling as long as you're excited and happy and so curious about it. And that means that gut feeling, that's your intuition talking to you. And intuition means to me is that's God whispering to you. All right. So thank you so much, everybody. If you, yeah, honestly, I'm building this because I believe you deserves this option. Yeah. If you're an immigrant like me, a working parent like me, and a woman who feel capable under leverage, you can do this business. And yeah, so congratulations if you made a decision. Just reach out, and I love, love, love to share more informations about this business. So that is my day. That is my day 8 of this 90 days score and success challenge. And we talk about the business. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone. And I really appreciate you guys watching, especially Lisa. Who else? Angelina. Wow, Guam. Diraj from Nepal. Okay. Federica's. Oh, hello. And then Bernadette. Si Kamot And then, yeah. So, and then Oscar. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. And Shelton. All right, everybody. I'm so excited to go to the island of Fiji, guys. Super, super excited. I'm so glad it's gonna be. I don't know if it's small people, but it looks like the ticket is already sold out. So I really don't know how many people are going there. But it would be nice if it's a little small one, so we can treat that as a retreat. I love retreats, guys. Oh my God, I didn't go to Mexico. Some of my coaches and mentors in the personal development world, because I am still a rookie in my job. I didn't go, but they show the beautiful resort that one of the people that I know, uh, she took a video, and this is the resort, and then she opened the curtains, and it's just like she has her own private swimming pool, and it's just so beautiful. Like, those are the things that I really want. I can be I feel like I feel like I really want to pursue my consultant business, so I can travel with them all the time, and that's something in my bucket list, I guess. So, because the thing is and that is the disadvantage if you're working full time and then you have a boss that you're working with. It's just so hard to really ask for vacation, but for now I can't, because I'm still uh, training. I'm still in training. Have 6 months training, and this is my third month so far. So I have 3 months more to go. That's a long training for my role, right? It's a long way to go. But again, I had the permission to go to Fiji, which allow me, because I actually told them that prior to accepting the job offer. So they okayed that one too. But will be nice to be in Mexico, because it's a retreat. It's a spiritual leadership retreat, the one that they attended in Mexico. So that's really makes me think that I think I would pursue my career as a consultant, so I can be my own boss in a personal development world, and also my own boss in this digital world. Multiple sources of income, right? I love multiple sources of income. So that's it. Yeah, naimbang nga rabi iyo, coach. Yeah. Sis, so thank you so much, everyone. And that's it for me. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow for my day 9 of this 90 days Core and Success Challenge. So thank you so much, and have a good night.
This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul.